Yo, Jack Robbo, keeping it real, and I hope you are too. Um, this is the final benchmark I'm going to do, most probably. So let's get right into it. In this video, this is what's going down. Got some notes to mention. Got talk about some pictures I've taken. Going to show settings. I'm going to show settings, and unless I state that I've changed the settings, it's going to be exactly what I show. And then we're going to show the games, and then we've got a possible bonus section. I don't know if YouTube allows it. If they will allow it, I'll show it. If they don't, I'll delete it. So I'll do a test, and then we'll see. And same as last time, same as the last video, for best experience, 1440, 60 FPS, and then watch on phone, 15 inches away from your face. Right, these quick notes are things that happened, and I've written a note down, and that was it. I did no looking into it properly or anything. So if the battery dies in use, it does act funny, but if you restart it a couple of times, it like stops being funny. People on Windows know Windows 11's a nightmare, but if you have any Windows problems, restarting the device usually fixes it as well. There's full screen experience, which I'm going to show before the gaming, because it just makes the whole device easier to use. Right, there's an app called X Output, and some games only accept X input, and the handheld controller is technically D input, so that's like a little thing. So if you're trying to play a game and controller's not working, turn that on in the background, and in every game I've tried it on, it's worked. There is another one called X360 CE, but I couldn't get it working. 720 balanced upscale and 1080 ultra performance upscale look the same on the handheld, but the 720 upscale gets more FPS. So even though they both look the same, I'd recommend doing that. XeSS upscaling's better for graphics. FSR's better for FPS. FSR has loads of like graphical issues, which if you're not bothered, then you might as well get the extra FPS. But me, I like quality and high FPS, so XeSS is like a good, like, what's it called? Like a good blend, a good mix. XE low latency causes big FPS drops in some games. In some games, like it was running 70, 80 FPS, and then it was dropping to like less than 30 with it on. And with the controls, I couldn't tell the difference anyway, so I just kept it off. If a game has built-in frame gen, you can use it and it does work well. Lossless scaling, not so much, but built-in frame gen, like FSR or XeSS frame gen, built-in, really good. For me, if I started at 36 FPS and then turned frame gen on, there wasn't much difference in controls, but below 36 FPS, there was definitely a delay. So I'd watch out for that. One app I want to show, which is like a dead, like if you own a Claw, you have to get this free app. Most games run great on CPU auto, but some games get a good boost from changing it, and I'll show that when we get to it. Sleep and hibernate mode, you're meant to press the button and it pauses everything, and when you press it, it comes back on. But it takes ages to turn on. And then when it does turn on, it has problems. So you better save in turning off. And then when you want to use it again, just turn it back on, because it boots fast anyway. I can't show it on camera without changing my setup, so I'm not going to change it, but it literally, it's a modern PC, so it does boot very fast. If you want to save battery though, use the screen turn off. I've put mine to 3 minutes. So if I'm downloading, say, a big game, I just put it on download, put it in my stand, and then the screen turns off, saves loads of battery while the game downloads. And if you've got the volume on, it beeps if there's any problems anyway. So, um, OG Xbox and free Xbox 360 emulators had loads of trouble with them and give up after ages, whereas the other ones work quite well. And that's the bonus. If I'm allowed to show them, I will. But if I'm not allowed to show them, unlucky. But it's if you understand like the settings enough to know like what adds like what uses more CPU and GPU and what uses less GPU and CPU, it's quite easy to do. Right, so the app up there, Intel graphics software, that's off the Microsoft Store. And if you look here where it says existing, that's the old version. And some of the new games wouldn't open because it was saying I was running an older version. So what I did was I used display driver uninstaller just to wipe all the graphics, installed the Microsoft version, and I've like cut it off here. It's meant to say clean install. Meant to say clean install removes all old drivers. Don't do that the first time, and then don't do that because it just resets it back to the old graphic drivers. Like, there's a graphic driver. I'm recording this on the 17th. That graphics driver 8509 come out on like Saturday or Sunday, and it added loads of like. It was like it made a lot of games a lot more stable, and it's also added multi-frame gen. And I believe because of XeSS3, there's going to be more features coming out very soon. And because it's an ARC GPU, even though it's technically part of the CPU, there's going to be like loads of decent new settings coming to it. Also, when you install the newer driver, that app deletes itself from the store. But if you know where your little search bar at the bottom of Windows, if you just type in there Intel graphics and then drag and copy it to your desktop, and you've got the new installed app, like that's so much, like that's the easiest way to do it. Because I was like downloading the latest graphics and then going back to the store and installing that app. And then it was reverting back to the old graphics. And then my games that were running good were running bad, and some of them wouldn't run at all, and it was a complete bugger. But that's the best way to do it. Like this is tooth and claw. It's a must-have on the claw. I'm not sure. Oh, it says Intel APUs. I was going to say if it works on other devices, then great. But it obviously doesn't. What I'm going to do is before I get into gaming, I'm going to show this app because I'm going to use my capture card to show a couple of things, and then I'm going to switch over to Sunshine and Moonlight because it records VRR, and I would not recommend recording games in that way. But for the purposes of this video, I will because it records in VRR. My last video, if it dropped below 60 because my capture card's got VSync, it was limited to 30. So it's like when the game is running 55 frames and looking good, on the capture, it was running like 30, maybe even less. So yeah, but I would not recommend it. If you can get more than 60 FPS, it defaults to 60 anyway. But because I was like, even if it drops to 59, it defaults to 30. So it's like, it's hard showing the frames when the capture cards are locking them. But this app is great. It's got like every setting you need. Every setting you could want to make games run better, it's all on one page. And it just makes life so much easier than going like through all thousands of settings. It's literally like I think you press RB 3 times and then there's everything you need. So that is a great app. And it's free on the Microsoft Store. Like it's proper. Right, this page is I played Spyro. These are the settings I used. and the battery went down 62% in an hour and 25 minutes. And it's like, 20% brightness in a dark room's great. 48 FPS looks amazing. And the battery went down 62%. Right on this page, 1 minute. Found a way to zoom in on these pictures while I'm recording, but I've obviously cut it out for better viewing experience. Right, this is the easiest. This is Resi 2 off GOG, which is the easiest game to run that I own, and CPU power 8, total total system power 12. This is Space Marine 2, which I think's the hardest game I've got that runs, and it's like 29, total power 40, and it's if you do some maths, it's got a 53 watt hour battery, so 53 watts divided by 12 watts should be 4.4 hours, and obviously divided by 40 watts should be 1.3 hours. I added here, I believe this is the CPU and the GPU, and it doesn't include screen like speakers or fans or Wi-Fi. But ignore that, because after I made all these slides, I thought I'd put it to the test. Yeah, so look at this: 1:46 a.m., 4:22 a.m. It was a late one, and all I did was make slides for this video. I played Evil Within 2. I had the brightness on 50, the volume on 50, no Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, 30 FPS limit, and I had battery save mode on. Because that's like what I did for this was I wanted to get like a realistic, like, what would I be happy playing for hours, and what could test the battery out properly. So the battery maths, 53 watt hour divided by 21 watts should be 2 hours and 31 minutes theoretically. I got 2 hours and 36. So the stats, like the maths, is like pretty close to what it actually is. At 20% battery, there was a warning saying that the battery's low. Well, it actually said the battery's low. We're going to reduce performance, and then the performance didn't change. So I think it puts itself on super battery mode, but don't quote me on that. And yeah, at 6%, I got another warning saying it's about to die. Turn it off now. That was at 6%. So I was like, quick, take a picture. From getting that low battery to getting my phone out, it dropped to 5%. I got the picture, and then at 4%, it completely died. And then I had to restart it like 3-4 times to get it working. But that's not the first time, because when I played Assassin's Creed 2, there was loads of cutscenes you couldn't skip, so I got like a few hours into the game to get footage, and it died then. And the same thing after restarting it 3-4 times, it got better. So before we get into actual games, I just want to show some cloud games, and like quick, because I tried them out as well, because my memory was full and I didn't have enough games that I wanted to test. So I was like, oh shit, I know, I'll try that out, and then I'll make it into a section of this video. How cool is that? So on Game Pass, certain games say play with cloud with two services, and you get cloud streaming, which is that streams an Xbox console. So it's like performance is 30, and then performance is 30, qualities. I've fucked that up. Quality is 30 and performance is 60. And on Nvidia, you get the free version, which is we're going to look at on like the next picture or the picture after, because the Nvidia one was quite interesting. But yeah, you can stream. It was all right. If you've ever streamed a game before, you know it's great for 5 minutes, and then your internet drops, and then it's just awful, and then you turn it off. But it's, you know, if there's a game you can't run or you've not got enough space for it, it's all right. Sit next to your router and then enjoy it. On the PlayStation Plus, have a PC app where you can do the cloud streaming for PlayStation games, but you have to buy the premium, which I think is 13.50 a month, which is actually cheaper than the Xbox version, and the selection's not too much different. But the reason I'm showing the Xbox version is because you get Game Pass for free with the Claw. And well, to be honest, most computers, if you buy a computer new, you get Game Pass for free. If you go on the Microsoft Store, the first time you open it, it gives you a month for free. So that's why I'm saying about that. I might have a go of this sometime in my private time, because I really want to play Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. So yeah. So these two down here are Nvidia's cloud streaming app, but it's a bit of a mess. But that's why I'm here to talk you through it. Right, with Nvidia's app, you have to own the game. So it's like what you do is you make an Nvidia account. I'll try and zoom in on these so you can see them better. But let me finish talking and I'll zoom in so you can see them better. You have to own the game, and then you've got to get a what's called. You have to pay for one of these. You have to pay for one of them to play the game. So it's like I'll zoom in and it'll make more sense. So like these are the different things you can get. So you've got the free one, which is 1080p 60, which I did. That's the one I tested because it was free. And then you've got the £10 a month one, which is no ads. You can get 1440 60. You get also, it says there, 1 hour gaming session, 6 hour gaming session. And then you've got the ultimate version, which is £20 a month. 5K 244 FPS. You get 8 hours playtime. There's a wait time as well. Like on the free version, you watch ads. On the performance version, there's not ads. There's no ads, but you still have to join a queue, which I'll show in a second. And then that one, you don't join a queue, and it's also the best performance. But if I scroll over here, you can get that was the monthly plans, but the performance, which is the middle one, you can get a day pass for £4. Which, if you want to try, it before you dedicate to it, I think that's a great idea. But like, if you in the if you're playing a handheld, you know the performance one's good enough. Because why would you want 5K 240 when you're not going to be able to see it anyway? You might as well just get 1440 60. That looks great. And right, this page is what I did was I played Doom Eternal because I know for a fact it won't play Ultra on natively. So I tried Doom Eternal. On the next page is going to be like the stats. So you've got like, here's your advert playing. You look, gamers ahead of you, 45 in the queue. Even though I was 45th in the queue, I was in the game. Well, it took about 3-ish minutes, and then the screen changed, and then there was like another minute wait, and then I was like in the game. And then these pictures down here, I had the I had to sign in because see there it says 5,000 games. Like you have to buy the game, so I signed in with Xbox and Steam. Like they're me Steam games, and Dying Light, which is it's like an older fun game. I could play, but Mafia I had to upgrade to play. Not all games, but quite a few were premium members. You do have to buy the premium membership to play them. Right, so Doom Eternal. I played it on Nvidia. I played it ultra 60 FPS, and you can't really see it on here, but it was using 10 CPU watts and 15 total. So that's like what, 4 hours of gameplay. And if you look here, I was playing it on the ultra settings, but where it says VRAM here, 5516, I think that was playing on like a 40, well, it was a 6 GB card if it's 5516. So what's that, like a 5050? Which, that I had a surprisingly good time. But yeah, that's a bit hard to read, but 15 total watts would be about 4 hours, which means it to run the streaming software use pretty much the same power as running Resi 2, the 1998 version with the GOG upgrades. So that was quite good. Yeah, this picture's a bit funny as well because see all these here, these are all the pixels. Because like what I did was these are desktop icons off my computer, and I've just zoomed in super loads to show them in this picture. But like this is the stream. This is the only streaming that I would do because what you do is you get a computer and you run Sunshine in the background, and then if you get another computer or a phone or a tablet or whatever and get Moonlight, you can stream it. So, say if I'm playing COD on my computer, I can turn Sunshine on, and then on my handheld, I can turn Moonlight on, and it emulates controls as well. So I could like set COD up on my computer, and then go to another room, and as long as I'm connected to the same Wi-Fi, then I can use the handheld as a monitor and a controller for the games, and because it's your own like local internet, it does run a lot better than the online cloud streaming. But it's not something I would. It's good. It's good to mess about with, but if you're loading up your computer for the game, you might as well just play it on the computer. I'm sure you can wait 10 minutes. But the reason I wanted to bring this up is for a test. I'm gonna use the claw. I'm gonna use the claw as Sunshine to stream to this software, because if you look here, this is just a picture I've made, and I've just filled out the screen with it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stream the claw to a picture and then use that as the screen, because it goes up to 120 FPS, so you can get VRR. So that's how I'm recording this video, but that's not how I would record gameplay long term. I would get a capture card, but for quick, short, pardon me, for short little like sections, it's cool. Right, so this that you're looking at right now is called Xbox Full Screen Experience, and what it does is it this did come out for the Xbox handheld, but they released it on everything. Pardon me, I'm on the Tango Cherry. Not only does it give me the burps, Cherry Aid gives me the bloody heart palpitations. But this is I'm going to call it Xbox FSE from now on because it's just easier. And the reason this is like when you turn on if you update the device, this comes on automatically. And it's like what you can do is like there's your game bar button. Like look, it's game bar, but you can add stuff. Like this is your quick settings. So you've got like there's your power that switches between gamepad and desktop mode, which doesn't always work. So make sure you check it yourself. Like sometimes it'll change when you don't want it to, and sometimes it won't change when you do want it to. That's basically Alt F4. That is, I'll turn this on because see that see the stats in the corner. The menu that I'm showing here and the stats in the corner. When I use Moonlight to record the footage, I don't think they're gonna pop up. So I'm just showing you them now while I'm here. Keyboard, whatever, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. If the controller goes proper mad, what you do is you click that, it vibrates, and then you just tap it back on with the screen, and then that fixes a lot of issues. But that's the MSI quick settings, like that's built in. That's built in. Like no matter what you do, that's always going to be there. But if I scroll across, this is Tooth and Claw. Like when you download it, this is where it'll appear. And the reason this is good is because in my first video, when I said plugging it in was giving me worse performance, it's because CPU boost mode was on. So if you plug it in and get worse performance, just switch it to disabled. And if you're in a game that's really CPU heavy, like say Total War or something, then you can put it on enabled or aggressive. But I just keep it on enabled and then change the options further down. So that's that. You got frame limiter, where you turn it on, it goes from 30 all the way up to 120, I think. Yeah, it goes from 30 to 120. But like, if I'm just sat there for hours, I just put it on 30 mode or 48. VSync, you're never going to go over 120 FPS, so you might as well keep it on. Display resolution. If you turn the resolution down in a game, go on here and change it there as well. Because it just runs. It looks but like if you drop it down to if you drop the game to 720 and then drop that down to 720, the game not only looks better but runs better. And you've got this option here, my big head's in the way. You've got display or GPU scaling. Right, you wanna display if you're changing the resolution, which you have to in some games, you're best keeping it on GPU. Aspect ratio means it keeps it widescreen. Endurance, I've not tried that because I just limit the frame rate anyway. You've got low latency, I keep that off because it causes issues. And then you've got right there's your this. I think it's 4 performance cores and 4, if I can duck down, 4 efficient cores. And it's like 5.1. So if you're running like a big computer program where more gigs is better, you want the 5.1. Whereas if you're watching a film, you want the 3.8. But what I do is instead of messing with the CPU limit, I go on here because you've got all cores auto, and then like if you're running like say I don't know an emulator which you didn't find online, they're CPU heavy, so you'd maybe want to put that on. Wink, wink. And you've got efficient cores, which are if you're just watching YouTube, only E cores, 30 FPS limit. You can watch films for hours. And while I'm on here as well, let's just go down to Game Pass. I want to show some games as well because I found this out as well while I was like getting ready for the video. Trying to find a good game. Where's Atomfall? Yeah, see, right, Atomfall. Right, it says there, handheld optimized. That means that it should, if you turn the graphics down, it should run great. So if I click to install, it just goes straight to install. Obviously, that's 1 gig, and that's 1 terabyte, and that's 1 gig, and it's full. So obviously, I'm not downloading anything now. Oh yeah, another thing as well. When you're in this mode, like the screen's off because it's on me monitor, but it just controls like the normal store, like off Xbox. So I think people coming from console and buying one of these, it's a great experience. Plus, there's rumours that the next Xbox is going to run on this. So I think it's handy that they've given it people early to set as sort of like a test. But it does do better. Um, the the game bar button as well. If you tap it, you get the game bar. But if you hold it, you get this. And then that's what you do is you go down here, and that's how you get to full Windows. But full Windows uses loads of RAM to run background stuff, whereas full screen experience is meant to cut that down. Like Xbox reckons it reduces RAM by 2 gig in this mode, which does help if you need it. But where's the Battlefield game's not here? Yeah, Battlefield 2042. That's mostly compatible. So if I go to, it's mostly compatible. If you click install, you get this message. Let me get rid of the. This game may encounter issues. Your game functions on Xbox handheld, but may require manual work. That means turning it down, turning graphics down, turning subtitles up if you have subtitles on. Like it shows you, like there, like the ticks is what's good. The eyes are like what to look out for. So that's mostly compatible, which from my experience, they're the ones the controllers don't work properly on. But if you get X output, then it does work, so it doesn't really matter. And then if we go down to, where's C? Yeah, can it run Crisis? Loading. Look, unsupported. So if we click install, this game has not yet been optimized for handheld. When it says unsupported, a lot of games will start, but they won't. Once you load into the game, they'll just crash. Like, I would say probably 50% don't work. 50% do, but you wouldn't want to play them. So there's that business. Oh, and just before we get into games, there's your cloud games. But if you go to your library, which is the 3 lines, sorry, it's lagging out. If you go to these 3 lines at the top here, you've got your apps. So it's not, even though it opens in Xbox, you can just click on these apps. So let's go Steam, for example. And it just loads Steam. I think Steam starts in big picture mode. And Steam also has your game runs well on this, your game does not run well on this. But I think it's handhelds in general, not like, what's it called? So here we go. So where's Steam big picture, all that business. And then if you want to get back, you just hold the game bar button and you just go close. Because the whole point of doing that, yes, with Steam you get this problem, and then you got to switch to desktop, and then you've got to close, and then you've got to close. But like, what you do is, so that's how it starts, and then you just go down to Windows, and if you give it a second, you should be able to just close this, if it works. So you just go Windows, and there you are. You're in Windows 11. Right, this Xbox icon, I keep deleting it, but every time I restart the device, it comes back, which is a real bugger. So yeah, this is everything you want and need out of your device. So let's get into the games finally. So for people who don't know what Sunshine and Moonlight is, this is I have to be careful what I show because it might reveal like my IP address and all that. So this is gonna be like a little quick thing. So with sunshine, you set it up, and it looks like this. Yeah, so sunlight's running in the background there. So what you go over to moonlight, select MSI, please wait. And when the magic happens, look, you get the same screen on both. Like if I press that button, yeah, that wouldn't work like I said, but it is the same screen. Look, if I press Google, it'll open on both. So if I press a game, it'll open on both, and that's how we're recording. Up on the internet and it's causing stutters because it can't keep up. So, yeah. Right, so let's get into this then. So as you can see, this is unbalanced. All these games are going to be unbalanced, by the way. So we're getting 40, 45. That stutter then, that was the stream, not the...
Mind if I join in on the fun?
That was the stream, not the, what's called, because it's cloud streaming.
Come on, Yuri, I've been waiting 8 years for this.
You really want to help?
But like 45,
sounds like his guys are trying to keep my
50 FPS.
You got it. Almost there.
Looks amazing. Feels weird playing this with the Xbox controls though. Meow. What I'll do is I'll swing to this destination. And then we'll meow. Whee!
Hello?
Parker, where are you? We must run through the demonstration at least once before the grant committee arrives.
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Meow.
Dealing with a personal issue. I'll be
CAC.
Promise.
1080 low. Performance
This
upscaling. This game's going quite well. Right, this next game is one of the games that don't work without X output. So what you do is you download it, it looks like this. What you do is you see how that controller lights up. You go add controller, select whatever that number is, do all your binds, and then that's ready to go. You just run that in the background. So Resi 2 like video settings, we've got 1080 120, even though it only runs in 30 anyway, it's nice to set it that high. And we got anastrophic filtering the highest, anti-aliasing the highest. Right, so this is one of the loudest games on the planet. Also, using the D-pad for a game like this is pretty sound. Also, why is this the loudest game on the planet? Let's speak to our boy, Kendo. Oh, fuck, I've got to press my magic button. Who are you? What are you doing here?
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Don't
Hold
shoot,
your
I'm a
fire!
human.
I'm a human!
Boom. Legendary game. Like, as you can
Sorry
see, it's
about that.
working as it should. By the way, the GPU
I thought you were
usage
one of them.
is at 96.
What's
Because
going on in this town?
Obviously, it's streaming it as well as playing it, so...
I don't have a clue. By the time I noticed something was wrong,
Yeah,
the
let's move on to the
entire
next
city
game.
was
We've got about
infested
40
with
to go through.
zombies.
No joke. So we've got Aliens Fireteam Elite. Okay, so this game, we've got 16 by 900, which is 900p. That's the one that's in between 1080 and 720, which looks great on this tiny screen. Looks alright on the video, but it looks better on the tiny screen. We've got image sharpening on, shadow medium, resolution scale 65, textures medium, anti-aliasing. I'm actually going to turn that down to 4. Yeah, fuck it, that'll do. Yeah, so in this game, as you can see, it's not running as smooth as the others. See how the line's jagged? That stutter was the game.
We got a ping on Dr.
Hopefully,
Hunniker's personal data transmitter.
see how the
He's
line...
not far in.
See how the lines are? It's stuttering
First,
like
we
mad.
need a deck plan. But one Alpha Terminal and chlorine extraction.
It's getting 60 FPS-ish, but, you know, with that stuttering, like, this game's really bad for it.
Huh. Just emergency lights. And maybe we can kick the backup power after we grab Honecker.
Where's an alien so we can kill him? Yeah, the game actually crashed. But what I've done is I've put a 48 FPS limit on it to see if that improves it. Like, see, we got one spike then.
Patch into the console. I'll
With
pull
this
it down
game.
over wireless.
This is running way better now. We've got the frame limiter on it. You'll find that with a lot of games, if you let it roam free,
Give me
it
a
does
second.
struggle, but if you put a limiter on it,
I got a
then
deck plan. Backup generator is beyond Honecker's ping. Kick it after we grab him.
oh, that was
Our man
the
should be in the
that
junction
was the
ahead.
stream. Well, one stutter was the stream, the other, the rest
Honecker,
of the
this is the
stutter was
Colonial
the.
Marines. You hearing me?
Where's these aliens at? I want to
Acid
shoot them.
damage. Not encouraging. Continue your
There
sweep.
they go. The reason I wanted to get to the aliens is because the CPU usage will go up having loads of enemies on screen. Whoa.
He should be right here. High speed incoming. Get hot. Don't lock up.
Boom, explosions.
Way more than I expected.
Switch to the Magnum. Bang.
Signal from behind.
Boom, yeah. Every time it stutters, I've got to reset my 1% lows.
Where are they coming from?
Yeah. You see, look, see it's smooth now, all the enemies are gone. So this would be like, if the CPU's making the game stutter, that'll be because
Don't let them in close.
it's using too much CPU and not enough GPU to handle what's going on. But yeah, let's move on to the next game. So we've got Assassin's Creed 2. Like, the movements work, camera doesn't work, right trigger turns the camera, left trigger turns the camera. Like, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put X output on now and you'll see the controls working. Look, I've put X put on. Now everything's working as it should.
I'm sure he's
Well,
having
as long
a
as you
hard
don't press
time
the,
coping with the accusations against his father.
As long as you don't press the wrong buttons, look, everything's working as it should now, thanks to X
And none
output.
of them good.
So I'll show the
didn't know
settings. So it's like, as you can see, it's a 2009 game. So I'll put it on max settings. Yeah, one sec.
It is done.
Yeah.
It is an unfortunate state of affairs, but it will pass.
So here we are, it's on max settings. Let me press my button. That's 60-37, that's normal. It's an older game. Shit, we're going the wrong way. But you know, shouldn't have started this mission and then paused it, but you know, you can do all the usual. It's like, that's stuttering. That's stuttering's the stream. Like, the actual game looks really good, runs really good. So, this is Claire Obscure Expedition 33. We're on quick settings low, XCSS, quality. Actually, I'm going to turn it down to balanced. Turn it down to balanced. Oh. And then the resolution is 720. And trust me, I don't think I'd play this one. Like, look at the state of his hair and his clothes.
Alright, let's go. I'll accompany you there.
See this,
Are
if the
you
frame gen
ready
was
to see her
working,
again?
Yeah. Been ready.
if the frame gen was working, then I would use frame gen on this game, but like, look at this game.
I set
This
up
is
these grapple shortcuts.
this is what it looks like on me,
Don't tell your sister though. I sort of
this is what it looks like on my
borrowed the
screen
hooks
as well.
From the Expedition Academy.
Like, it looks rough,
Come on,
this.
good stuff. Speed up a bit.
But if we turn the settings up, like, Yeah, what we'll do is we'll do ultra quality. See if that fixes it at all.
Sophie will have already gamaged by the time you...
It's fixed it slightly. I don't know. But like, what I'll do is I'll turn round, because it's like, even though it's 30 FPS, like, the motion blur is quite good in this game. So even though it's 30 FPS, it looks a lot smoother than it actually is. Oh, big stutters and no.
I can't believe Sophie already turned
That was the
33.
game.
She looks so much younger
This is
than
quite
me.
a hard game to run, though. It only come out last year.
She's popular. I'm sure she already has a necklace full of flowers.
Meow.
I can imagine.
Right, let's do a look at the hair on her face. Yeah, this is not a game I would recommend playing at these settings. I'd probably stream this game actually if it's not a very fast game. But on to the next one. Right, so this is Control. And it's I want you to try and guess what the settings are. I'll give you 3 seconds to guess what settings we're on. Nope, you're wrong. I don't even know what you said. I'm speaking to you from the future. We're on 1080. Render resolution 720. Quality preset low. And I don't think this game has any upscaling. Ray tracing off, definitely. Nope. The game doesn't have upscaling. Usually if it doesn't say upscaling, it normally means that it's DLSS, and obviously you can't get DLSS without a NVIDIA card. And see, this is ARC. And let's have a look at Jessie here. I mean, there's a bit of... See, like, round her head? Where she's got, like, that bit of fuzzy. Like, that, you can't see that stuff on the smaller screen. Whereas, like, obviously on a big screen you can. Like, if you proper look, like, the few strands of hair on her face and stuff, you can't see that on the little screen. So it looks better.
Of control.
But this game is running amazing. 70 odd FPS.
In plain sight.
This must be a proper this must be an NVIDIA.
Hello?
This must be an Intel.
Hey.
It's Artie. Hello, Artie.
There you are. You are here
Here.
about the job.
You are here about the job?
Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the...
Yeah, if you look,
interview.
now the line's
Go
getting a
that
bit
way to the
jaggedy.
elevator.
Thanks.
The line's
Elevator
getting a
that
bit
way.
jaggy, but
Got it.
it's a cutscene.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, you are no relevant. There be work
Pardon?
for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
Okie dokie then.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Yep.
Better than somebody
One
with
thing
no
I will
face
say
at all.
about this game, though, is that sometimes when you start it, it does lag out. But if you're, sometimes when you start, it does lag out. But if you restart it, like, it will start properly. I know the load times as well in
The
this
cell
are
and the
ruthless.
poster. I was
Welcome to the
11
oldest
years old
house.
The first time I saw behind the poster, they told
Behind
me
the
I
poster.
imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
This just looks like cutscenes. Control. Wow, look at this.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Boom. Yeah, so on to the next game. This is looking really good. This is probably the best case so far. So this is our next game. Guess what it is? It's Dead Space. We're playing this one 720. We've got AMD FSR 2 set to performance. Graphics low. Is the one lower than low? No, it's auto. Shit, the game is froze because I changed it to auto. Yeah, don't change it. The game starts on medium. Don't change it to high, whatever you do, because the game freezes at that. So if I change back to low, we're all good. So we've got low settings. And that's it. Let's have a look what it runs like. I wanted to show this as well, because this is another one like Indiana Jones, where when you start, it goes into the game.
Forget something?
How's the ankle?
There's start me thing.
It's like hell.
Staying clear. Crap, we came down hard.
See those big lines in the wall?
Standard procedure, Miss Daniels. We'll register them in the flight lounge.
Just running hard, this. But we're getting, I don't know, I'd say anything over 36 looks good.
You see anyone in flight control?
No, nobody.
The graphics look good. I mean, as you can see as well. Yeah.
We didn't take out the sign.
Now it's running. Now we've got the game moving a bit. It's looking a bit better, like the line. The FPS has gone up to 40. What I'll do is I'll oh, that stutter was a stream, not a game. The 1% lows have dropped though. That's the game. Welcome, Isaac Clarke. What I'll do is I'll come back when the enemies come, because that'll proper test out the CPU when the enemies are here. Yeah, so look, here comes the enemies. Watch the CPU. Look, we're getting loads of stutters. Isaac, run! See how the CPU's got up to 50. This is like the moment when your CPU goes to 50 and you start getting stutters. That's usually a good time to turn your, if you change it from all cores. If you change it from all cores to just P cores, that'll help out a lot with that. Bloody hell. Well, I'm not going to show it now because we're on D and we've got to get to W in games, so I won't show it. But yeah, actually, what I'll do is I'll show this instead. What I'll do is I'll put a 36 FPS limiter on. Oh yeah, we'll do 40 FPS limiter. See how much better the line's got there. This is where we get our gun. Where is it? Yeah, so look how much better the line is now with a 40 FPS cap. Like, even though we're still getting high GPU and high CPU, with a 40 FPS cap, it's way better. Plus, it feels, the controls feel a lot more responsive as well if you limit the frame rate. Bang! How come it's dead slow and then goes dead fast? Meow. This is a good test actually though, 'cause like look, considering it's running at 35 FPS, it doesn't look that bad really. It's a bit stuttery, but yeah. You can see the stutter of the aiming in the thing. Yeah, so this one is a bit, I'd probably play this one at 30 FPS limit, to be fair. So on to the next one then. Yeah, this is why you put VSync on. I don't know if you could see it, but all the numbers were going skits then. Because it's trying to because in the menus it goes for like 1,000 FPS in some games, and if you don't have VSync on, it'll try and pull 1,000 frames, and 1,000 frames in a menu on a handheld will just halt performance. Like, even in these heavier games, I would even put a 60 FPS limit on, because there's no way you're going to reach it on low settings. But anyway, this is the next game. We'll be back in a second. Look, I'm going to time how long this takes to load. We're currently on 12:27. This is how long it takes to load. It's 2:28. The game actually, like, I don't know, it was weird. It got to like 45 and the game just started. And obviously, in case you didn't know, it's Death Stranding. Because this got put on Game Pass. These stutters of the game. But I did turn the settings up higher than usual. Let's have a look at these settings. I did turn the settings up just to see what they'd look like, but we'll turn them back down. Because it's 720. And then we've got medium graphics settings with XeSS on balance. So what we'll do is we'll go performance, and then we'll do low. See how it says there? Available graphic memory 2.3 gigs out of 8. It's shared RAM. So the higher that is, the less RAM your CPU has, and your CPU needs a lot more. So if you can get that number, the lower you can, then it should run a lot better. So we changed it to low. So this game is actually looking really good. Running 60 odd FPS as well. It's not the smoothest 60 FPS, but I'm going to do my thing that I did the other day. I did this for a laugh, and it proper tickled me. Eyes open, dumbass. That proper tickled me, that. But like, this game, it's looking good, it's running good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try put in. How much frames are we getting? I'm going to put press the wrong bloody button. Actually, I'm going to put a frame limiter on. We'll do 48. I think it keeps getting a little thing out while I'm trying to do that. Yeah, 48 FPS limit. Let's refresh. This game actually looks great on a smaller screen, but it has with it being a PlayStation only game, it was probably optimised to run on the Portal, wasn't it? Whoa, getting tired here, quick. Whoa. Oof. Carry on back. Yeah, when I played this, I didn't really get it, but I watched someone play the second one, and it was amazing. And this game got put on Game Pass, so I'm looking forward to going into it. See how the frame limit has dropped the CPU, and now we've got a smoother line. You don't even need a high FPS in this game either. It's mainly story, innit? So yeah, that's looking good. It's all up dead loud. Next game. So after waiting 10 days for it to load, we're in everyone's favourite GTA 5. Graphics. Hang on, let me show you display. Graphics. 16900. Medium, no ray tracing. AMD set to performance. Frame gen. Let's try frame gen. We'll turn that down. I didn't know frame gen was in this game. Yeah, we'll try that. And look, we're on the low settings. Come on. But it was a PS3 game, so it should run great. This should run absolutely bangers. This. Let me just check the frame gen's actually gone on. Get at us. You actually can't even tell. Oh yeah, you can a bit. I would actually play the game like this, mate. I mean the controls aren't the most responsive anymore. Let's turn frame gen off actually. So we can get 70 odd frames. We can get 70 odd frames with it on. Off. Apply. What we getting now? So we're getting 50 without it, saying that I would just play it without it. I would just play without, honestly. This is actually going quite well. What's a good song? That's a... We need to find a fast car. This is actually looking great and running great as well. I wanted to get a fast car because usually when you go fast in games like these, it kills the FPS.
Which I'm sure depresses some of you. Weasel News. 4 jurors in the Redwood Cigarettes class action lawsuit have been
Oops. Well, going fast doesn't ruin the CPU that much, which is good.
In a shocking turn of events for the Redwood Cigarettes class action lawsuit.
Yeah, it's a weird how frame gen didn't help much, but even though it's lower frames, shit, wasted. Even though it's lower frames, it does actually feel a lot nicer to play. So, yeah, that was easy. Let's move on to the next game. Here's one that's a bit different. This is Helldivers. We're playing 16900 balanced. I'm not sure what the upscaling is. It might just be TAAA or whatever it's called. But if we go on the graphics, this one's actually got a Steam Deck graphics option. So obviously that's the one we're going to go for. We'll have a look at Steam Deck and we'll have a look how much it compares to. We'll have a look how much it compares to medium.
With haste, Helldiver, our forces descend to battle the cyborgs in the streets of their homeworld. The fight to free Cyberstan is upon us.
I don't know what's going on. I've never actually played this game.
Your life. That was awesome.
Hellpods primed.
Whoa.
Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized.
What buttons? That's ready up.
Eric, so dead.
I don't know what that button is to ready up. It was the back button The one with 2 windows. And the game's crashed. Oh no. We're good, we're good. It's asking me trading manual tips, I don't know. I literally bought this game, did the tutorial, when it was sort of new, and then I've not touched it since. Whoa, what's happening here? Ooh. I don't have a clue what's going on. Are we meant to be fighting or something? I mean, like an actual game with people as well, so I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know what the buttons are or anything. I'm just gonna do a yes. Wow, what the hell is this? Am I being shot from here? I have no idea what's going on. But in the on the Steam Deck mode, it does run 40 FPS. That stuttering's the stream as well. Like, look at the line. I don't know what's going on.
200 meters.
Is that the back button? What? I mean, wow, look at them bushes. Wow, I know this isn't a game for graphics, and it is running sick, to be fair.
I got you.
Like,
I got you. I can cover.
Like, that lagging's the stream, but it does look and feel alright. I can't give you much more information on that because I have no idea what you do in this game or anything. But yeah, on to the next one anyway. Like, here's a Steam game that should run unbelievable. I'll show you the settings when we get in, but it should. I'll be surprised if you don't get 120.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, guys, but unless Ellis knows how to build a monster truck, we ain't driving through this.
Sorry, guys, I didn't see this coming.
Well, the ride was nice while it lasted.
Let's get back on foot.
Oh shit. This might be a what's it called game, this. Does that say press X? Yeah, so we have video options. We're on 16 by 900. Everything's on high or very high. Let's have a whirl of this.
Hey, there's a sign for the amusement park.
Hey guys, can I have a second?
Whispering Oaks.
Hello?
Shit, I used to go there when I was a kid.
Oh, good.
I got some
Now
things
we can
that need
die there
saying.
as adults. Whatever.
Reloading.
Cars go on for miles.
Maybe they left them when they got rescued.
The buttons are a bit weird. Just using Steam import. 1 sec, let me use X output, see if it makes it any better. Yeah, so the device crashed because I turned Steam input off. So I'm currently restarting it and then we'll carry on. Right, that was annoying as fuck. What I had to do is I had to go into Steam, update the controller settings, and then update the generic controller settings, and then come back to the game, mouse and keyboard, and then gamepad enabled. You've got to do all that to get the game working properly. But look at this. Now it is working, and
Look
it's glorious.
at this shit.
Hey, Whispering
Look right
Oaks.
there.
Shit, I used to go there when I was a kid.
My god,
Reload.
that's loud.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Something's just occurred to me here. You know, do you remember years ago when you used to play a game? Like, I played this on 360 when it was brand new. And you play it in the future and it doesn't look as good. When you play it on a tiny screen like this, it does look that good.
Reloading! I'm a reload!
There's a smoker over there. We'll get him to attack us and then.
I can't see shit!
Bothered. Anyway, as you can see, it's running 100 FPS. It looks amazing. So, next game. So now we're on Power Wash Simulator 2, 720, medium settings. How'd you get into a game? How'd you get into a game here? Do you have to press the start menu? Wait, I'll start washing. Start washing. Yeah, this game. You could probably turn the graphics up a bit. Oh. And those restart, right. All those, what's it called? What? Yeah, so see how it's getting all the stutters? If you limited this game, it would get rid of all them. But it's looking good, to be fair. This is what you'll want. Let me just try limiting the frame rate. What we'll do is we'll limit it to 60. $60 FPS limit. Oh, we have an auto button. Woo! I can't remember how to do the thing where you spin the oh, you know where you spin the. Oh. Left bumper. Told you it was that. Yeah, this game, even though it's getting stutters, it's probably because it's on medium, to be honest. Let's try. What we'll do is we'll try 1080 low. The thing to scroll down is too small. That 1080 art is unlimited FPS. Turn that. We can turn that off. Right, this is what you do. You turn all these down to low. Turn all these down to low. Dynamic shadow distance near. Soap quality low. Wetness low. So we change that to low. Then you lower this down to like 1.6 because that's the render scale. Go back. That shouldn't. I'll take me limiter off. Where is your frame limit off? This white one's even bigger. Saying that, now I've turned the FPS limit off, it's not as stuttering as much. Maybe it just needed a second to like get going. Yeah, that's Power Wash Simulator 2. Running mainly alright. Running 90 FPS. I'd probably limit this, though. Because a game like this, if you limit it, you'd probably save loads of battery. So that's one thing to look out for. What does this button do? Ooh. Got a fucking super jet. Got an extender. Great, let's see what this next game is. This is Roblox. This isn't a game I would normally play. And my FPS counter thing isn't working on it. So we're going to have to put this one on. 1 FPS. Great. I don't know. Survive lava for brain rots. Let's have a go with this. Where's the settings? Well, I don't know what's going on here. We're getting 120 FPS though. Is this on controller? Yeah. Whoa, what's happening? Well, that didn't last long. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, there we go. Settings. You have to click on the screen. So we got graphics. Graphics automatic. Wow, this is so weird. This. But graphics automatic, FPS 120. That's as high as the screen goes anyway, so no point going higher than that. Also, this isn't a game I regularly play, someone asked me to test it for them. So that red, is that where the lava's coming? What the hell is going on? Lava rising. Oh. That's the stream, by the way. That's the stream, not the game. Buy? I ain't buying shit, mate. Turning this game off. Fucking. Yeah, anyway, it runs 120. So here's RoboCop. This game is actually... what's it called? Sponsored by Intel Graphics. So this should run great. So we've got 900 XeSS performance. We might give FSR and FrameGen a try, but we're on low settings. Let's see what we're doing. Let's see how we're looking. Oh, I think the game's gone funny. I had to start the game, but look, Arc graphics. Yeah, it's sponsored by Arc and we're running on Arc, so this should be quality.
I've got a signet ring. How much do you think I can get for it?
Is it gold?
It was taken off someone famous. Just he looks kind of familiar.
He looks kind of familiar. Let's go. There he is.
Guys, we've got company. Anyone expecting a silver freak?
Anyone expecting a silver freak?
Drop it, scum.
Drop it, scum.
Watch out, he's coming!
Yeah, so this is not running too good. Every time I shoot the gun, the game lags. Why is it the world's slowest? Bloody what's it called as well? Drop will probably do 720 on this. Apply. We'll try 720. What we'll do is we'll have a quick go at this. And then we'll change. We'll have a go of FSR. Right, that where it says Intel Frame Gen there, that is out, but it's not been like, the games haven't been updated yet. So that's going to come at some point. But let's have a whirl at this. I'll just set it to. Where's controller sensitivity? That needs to be on fucking full. That's better. Graphics aren't the best, but I want to see if we change that to maybe, we'll change it to quality, because if this looks better and we get at least 30 FPS, this might be a better option. Literally didn't change anything. Let's try 1080 then. Maybe that's the issue. Oh, round robins. Let's try 1080. Boom. I was going to say this menu's looking 10 times better. There we are, this game's looking a lot better, even though it's only 30 FPS now. I mean, I played this not too long ago on mouse and keyboard, and that was power. What's this? The fucking rocket launcher? Come on. So 1080 low quality is looking alright. Bastard. It's looking a lot better. Let's see if FSR can help us out. Where are we? FSR 3. Quality. Frame gen update. I'm just gonna restart this dead quick. So here we are. We're doing 1600 by 900. Balanced FSR. Frame gen on. So hang on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, because if the numbers don't match up, the two top numbers, then we know like the thing doesn't count frame gen, but it should do. Nah. Watch this. This is the problem with frame gen. Watch. Move. See how I'm moving? And I'm taking my finger off before it's even registered. Nah, I wouldn't try that. I would just stick to XeSS. Turn the just be happy with 30 FPS. Saying that though, I don't think my computer could run this 120, so 30 FPS on this little thing is pretty good. So, before we get into this, I just want to mention, first of all, see how it's in like a little box in the middle of the screen? I'll show you how to fix that in a minute. But I downloaded and deleted this game about 4 times because the controller wasn't working. But there's a sneaky option down here. See how it says gamepad input? If you don't have that, I was like trying everything to get the controller working in this, and I was even Googling it, and people were like, "Oh, you've got to do this, you've got to do that," and I was like, "Oh my god!" And then I seen there's the gamepad option, and when you enable that, it works perfectly fine, which is annoying. I also, because this game didn't work, I tried Evil Within 1, but that wouldn't work either, for reasons I do not understand. But if I go to the graphics, if I try and go full screen, watch, it doesn't let you go full screen. So if you want to, because 720 looks great and runs great, you've got to go into Tooth and Claw and change the resolution to 720. Like, there's not many games you have to do this in. Like, I would recommend doing this. See, I would change that to 720. Now we're all good. We're running on battery as well now. I've took my charger out. There you go. So the settings for this are... Yeah, I know. So we're playing it low settings. So we're playing it 720 low settings. But look, this game and Control are the two, like, yeah, this is where I got up to yesterday. This game and Control are defo like what would you call it?
You dare to
Adverts.
destroy my work? You expect me to bend to your will? Just like them. Thinking they could sculpt me into what I am not. What they created in here. It's marvelous. They wasted it because they had no imagination. Because they are not artists. They want to control me, manipulate me. You want to stop me, but you have failed. Because with the power of the core, I can create my art forever.
What I'll do is... Oh, see... What was I doing? That was dead funny. Oh yeah, look at just keep tapping forward dead fast. What I'll do is... There's a cutscene that I can't show here. So what I'll do is, there's a dead fast bit, so this is like, you know, start of the level, you know, shenanigans. What I'll do is I'll get to like a fast bit and then we'll come back. You know what I mean? Like, look at this. Look how weird this gets now. I sat here for the 2.5 hours yesterday, recording the footage. I was playing it at 30 FPS, and it actually looked and ran great. I mean, obviously it looks better like this. You can just record it. You know. Maybe we can't run for it. Anyway, you know. It gets like, it dips a little when there's a horde. But the next horde's miles away, so we're just going to move on to the next game. Because look, we're getting way over 60. Like, I was playing it. Where's my little thingy button? Medium. Alright, so we're running this at 60 FPS. We're using 42 watts power. So that's like what? The battery will last just over an hour, whereas if you limit it to 30, which I'm gonna do now. If you limit it to 30, we'll give it a second. See, look, see how it's dropped down? See how it's dropped down loads? And it still looks and plays alright. I mean, it looks better. It looks smoother on the smaller screen, but yeah. Next game. So this is Total Chaos. The what's it called? This is technically a mod. So that FXAA texture quarter is the lowest it'll go, because you've got like full half max. You got like max third, quarter, half video set resolution. We're on 720. So let's see how this game runs. Yeah, this is quite far into the game because I started playing it, but then it sent me a bit mad, so I stopped playing it. Oh bugger, I fucking... I was meant to start a new game. So stupid. 1 sec, I'll just fucking... Yeah, so this game was a mod which got turned into a proper game. That was actually terrifying. But as you can see, lowest settings 720. I mean, this isn't like proper. I mean, it's a mod, so you know you can't expect. What's it called? I've got an ad to reload. There you go. R1. But yeah, I can't play this game because it was. It started. Oh, why does it give me all this? Death or boss coming. Yeah, not many games send me like physically skits, but like this game did, because it's got all these like hallucinations and that, and I have that anyway because I've got fucking schizophrenia and agoraphobia, so it was sending me a bit worse. But as indie games go, it looks great. It looks great and it runs great, so. There we go. I think we've got 2 games left, so let's do it. So this is Space Marine 2. Let's have a look at the settings on this one. Video. So we're playing 720 FSR balanced. Frame gen off. We'll try it on in a minute. And then we've got low settings. So the reason I tried this is because this is like a very CPU heavy game. Like my computer was having loads of trouble with this, and I've got like what's it called? What's it called now? 800X 3D, and it was having loads of trouble. Because if you look, we're getting. Plus, another reason I wanted to try this is because it's on Game Pass now, and I bought this because, and it was actually one of the most fun games I played last year. So he's shooting him. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to like this so much.
You have honored the Imperium with your devotion.
Execute. So we're getting 30. We'll call it 30-35 FPS. I mean, the graphics aren't too good, but you know, it does run. So let's have a whirl of frame gen. Bum 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 bum. This is where it's like, please restart. Okay, so we've gone up to 50. It is looking a lot better. It's actually responding well as well. I don't know why frame gen's working better in this game than it was in the others.
Alpha! Kelstros, if you can hear me, I have the virus bomb. Headed to the orbital launcher.
Is that as hard as you bite, Xenos? Come on!
I think this game is just well optimised, you know. What the hell is this? Giant bumhole tree. Where am I supposed to be going here? So it is frame gen 2. See how big spike there?
Unpunished.
Boom. So now there's enemies, it has dropped a bit. So the normal FPS is half what the top number is. I mean, it's playable like this, it's still quite responsive. Oh. That stuttering was the stream. Oh yeah, I forgot I can dodge as well. Yeah. Boom, out some of that. Nice. Oh yeah.
Tyrannetic breaks the perimeter. Over.
Tyrannetic breaks the perimeter.
The bomb en route.
I think for a third-person game as well, it's not too fast. I think that's why frame gen works. Because I mean, this game's getting 23 FPS without frame gen. Yeah, I'll take it off just so you can see how much it helps. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, watch this. We'll be getting like 23 FPS now. Yeah, look at that. So playing with, it's still just as responsive as well. So I'm actually getting double frame gen here because I'm getting frame gen from the game and there's a latency display from the video footage because I'm streaming to my computer to record. So yeah, quite happy with how fast that is still. Yeah, one last game, let's do it. Now Wolfenstein 2. You knew it was coming, Let's have a look what settings we're on. Oh shit. The settings are quite high as well. Look, your high settings, 16:9. Anti-aliasing 8 times. So we're playing it 16:900 high settings. And look, 80 FPS. It looks great, it runs great.
This is how you go down, Nazi. You ain't getting it back.
Fucking blow his dick off. Boom. And I'm in a wheelchair.
I'm on my way.
I'm a massive fan of machine games, in case you haven't noticed. Yeah, this is like, you could probably even turn this up, but honestly, Shin, don't cross that line.
Voskovich, freeze! Do not move a muscle until I say it's okay, alright? Alright? Don't even pass wind. Microwaves will turn you to mush. You don't want to be mush? Shin, do you?
You don't want to be mush, Shin.
Okay, now to me.
Quick. Let's see what this guy has to say. Look at that, 500 FPS on a cutscene. Yeah, this game is just absolutely amazing.
You're
back
hunting me.
Back to 70.
Got that backwards, lady.
Ah well.
I'm hunting you.
This is a game where, let me, 1 second. Let me just turn this on. Right, so I've turned that on. Where is the FPS limit? What we'll do is we'll put the FPS limit on. We'll put the FPS limit on 40. So we'll give it a second to catch up. Like this game, I would even play this in 30 because even at 40, it's not looking too bad. This is a dead fast-paced game. Oh, see, like that.
You do what you have to do to keep everyone alive.
See, like that. That's 40. But you know, I'd say this is looking amazing. Look at the total power as well. 30. You could get a few hours out of it. You could probably get 2 hours, maybe even 3 hours if you play it on 30. Lower the graphics. But yeah, that's the last game. So we're gonna go to the last slide and then the end of the video. Yeah, so this is the last slide. I'm not gonna do the bonus section because I'm not sure how legal it is, and I don't want to get into trouble over it. But it's like all I can say is a certain PS3 and a certain PS2 and a Dolphin and a Switch. If you'd like to emulate them, it's little effort to get them running really, really good. Wink, wink. I wouldn't know. I've never tried it. I didn't play MGS4 at 720 60 FPS. I didn't play that. And annoyingly, so I've heard, it actually ran better than it did on my actual computer. So there we go. I found one game where the handheld can play it better than my PC can. I mean, you know, the Switch emulator as well. One of the hardest games. 720 50 FPS or so I've heard. Anyway, here's the end of the video now, because this video was going to be how long already. We tried that how many games. I even skipped a few games because I was like, I'm sure, I don't even know if I tested it yet. I'm not even sure if I've tested it before. So, when I play PC, I want 1440 high, 120 FPS. If I can't get that, I use DLSS and frame gen because I refuse to lower the graphics. On handheld, 720p, low, 30 FPS, I will happily sit there for 3 hours until the batteries die. Like, it's a weird experience. And it's like, if you've played, like, I believe these handhelds are aimed for console players. And if you think of it as a fancy Nintendo Switch or a PSP, it is great, but Windows has so many issues. Like, if it was on Windows 10, I would recommend it every day, but Windows 11... If you are a PC user and think of it as a mini laptop, it can do what you want, like, productivity-wise, like all your apps and what have yous. But it's better for playing, like, indies and classics, like... What was it? Like, Assassin's Creed runs unbelievable. A few, like, Xbox One, PS4, 720, low graphics. Some of them look amazing and run amazing. And the battery might not last long. But if you play, like, indies or, like, emulators, then it's not only is it like amazing. But it's like just something to do when you're like if you're traveling. Like a lot of people use them on planes when they can't use the PCs, which is quite a good idea. If you're a mobile gamer, it's a similar experience to what you know already. Like I'm the same, sit there on my mobile for hours playing like COD Mobile or whatever. It's a similar experience to what you already know, but Windows is a lot more difficult than iOS or Android. And then this little final bit, just for gaming, the AMD options are probably better. They're better supported. That's why they're better supported in games. That's why I said that. But I don't use it. I don't use mine just for gaming. So Intel's the better option for me. Also, if Intel 3000 series that's being released in a few months isn't clickbait, they could be handhelds better option in the future. Fucking goofed that up, didn't I? Yeah, so because the Claw is a 155, and I think the Claw 7 and the Claw 8 are a 2 something, and they were meant to be massive improvements. And the new 3 series in the conference thing where they like announced it, they literally pulled up AMD's best like handheld CPUs and GPUs and was like, look, ours is better now. It releases in a few months if anyone wants to team up on a handheld. And yeah, that's it. This video I've been making for... How long have I been making this video for now? Let me just go on my notes. I've been making this video for 9 days. So now I've recorded it better. So this video will be uploaded at 11 a.m. It's 2:30 now. It'll be uploaded for 11. So I'm Jack Robbo. Thank you for watching. This is probably going to be the last video I do dedicated to this. So thanks for watching not only this episode, but all the episodes. The first benchmark video, I think, is one of the best videos, like one of the best video performance videos on my channel. So I'd like to say thanks for that. Thanks for everyone who's give me tips. Thanks for everyone who's suggested me things to try. I'm sorry I couldn't get around to all of them. The one that annoyed me the most though was Fortnite, because that was the most requested game, and no matter what, I couldn't get it working. I've been in touch with MSI, and they said they're working on it, but that means it could work tomorrow. It could work in 6 months. But this video's been going on forever, and I'm gonna play Spyro, I'm gonna play Resi, and then I'll be back to do Indiana Jones and Crash Bandicoot, and then we'll see where the world takes us. So, I'm Jack Robbo. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Oh, yeah.